Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to kind of freestyle today. That's the whole point of this channel. Um, just to be useful for people who are trying to live a new way of life. I just want to talk about the simple practice of acceptance and what it can do for your life. So, to enhance it and make your experience more pleasant and more peaceful, right? You'll find that often when we're not in acceptance of the moment, that's when frustration arises, that's when anger arises, that's when prejudices arise, and ultimately what's arising is the very negative mind that has been cultivated over a period of time. And especially through drug use and whatnot, that mind became very selfish, very self-seeking, very pleasure-seeking, and obsessive with what can it do to be able to be at peace instantly. And the fix for that used to be drugs, but that's no longer an option. So we've got to start with these more subtle principles that in the beginning don't possibly feel like they're doing much, especially when you're real caught up in the emotional state of frustration or anger, and you're surrounded by all the chaos you created in your life that you're now cleaning up or fixing. It's not instantaneous, so we just get rid of that idea, right? Instantaneous solutions aren't a permanent solution. They're always temporary, and you always find yourself down the road back at where you started. And we don't want to go back there anymore. So we need to start practicing total acceptance of this moment, that this moment is exactly how it exists, and there's nothing we could do to change that. Going forward, there's things we could do, but right now we need to accept that this is life. This is how it's played out. This is exactly what it is. And to some degree, you also want to have some kind of perspective that perhaps the way that your mind is perceiving life in this moment isn't even entirely accurate. And the possibility of that is extremely high because your mind is functioning off of very limited knowledge that is very personal to your life. And for it to be able to make 100% accurate calculation or explanation as to this moment would actually be impossible. So like right then and there, we accept that the mind is not even behaving at its optimal, and also doesn't even have the capacity to accurately 100% perceive reality as it truly is. And so this reality of our own that we're living in needs to be something that's taken very lightly and not as serious, because when we start taking our own personal reality serious, then we are already on the setup for some kind of disturbance, whether it's anger or frustration or impatience. So accept that this moment is what it is, and that what you know about this moment is very little, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. And when you start applying this practice daily, you'll stop blaming the world and blaming things outside of yourself for your unhappiness or your frustrations or your anxieties, and you'll start working on solutions. In fact, that's the only way you could work on an actual solution, is when you fully accept that this moment is how it is. And from that sturdy foundation, you begin to, through trial and error, find things that could enhance or change the situation or make it better for yourself. So whenever you find yourself in these states of anxiety or frustration, pull back and ask yourself, are you fully accepting this moment as it is, without any prejudices or biases or expectations, but just exactly how it is? And then if you are, then stay there and, you know, just look with some clarity as to what you could possibly do within your uh, limited action, right? What you could possibly do to make it better. And just start working on that stuff and stop making a big deal about everything. That's the one thing that addicts are prone at doing, is making a big deal out of very trivial, very small things that happen in everybody's life. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, until next time, stay in acceptance. Have a good one.